Many of the onlookers in the provincial courthouse's atrium were made aware of this fact.
Everyone here is aware of the shocking numbers. While Indigenous people in Canada make up 4.3% of the population, they represent more than 25% of inmates.
Justice Céline Dorval chaired the court's development committee. She says sacred medicines will be at the disposal of Indigenous defendants, and that the court is long overdue.
The need has been identified a long time ago. It was simply a question of being able to get the resources to open the court.
As some of the speakers made clear, this is a Gladue court. Workers will gather information from defendants for a Gladue report, and it'll be used in bail or sentencing hearings, not to determine whether or not a person is guilty.
Information gathering about a person's background, about a person's needs, is not relevant to the evidence as to whether or not a person is guilty or not guilty on the charge. It's relevant to the issue of sentencing or predisposition custody.
In the crowd was the Grand Chief of the three Atikamekw First Nations. Curiosity about the court brought him here from central Quebec.
I was here to learn more about it, to like I said, meet key people, to maybe get some clues, understanding, or the way they approach it, to help us in our work that we're doing right now.
He'd like to see a Gladue court in his province, but as a start to having a full court in his communities.
Yeah, it would be another first step, but the way I see it is it would be in our communities. I want it to be recognized by the system and to be sitting in our communities.
Initially, the court will sit for 2 half days a week.
Once we see what the demand is, we may expand that.
And it begins on September 11th. Todd, Lamirande, APTN National News, Ottawa.